Fox 61 News at 5 starts now.
And now at 5, with the extreme heat and humidity, air quality is of a concern for those most vulnerable. How to protect yourself and your neighbors.
A pride flag sign is destroyed for the second time in one Connecticut town. More tonight on how the community is working to find the light at the end of the tunnel.
And I come outside and the car is gone, my heart drops, and I immediately call 911.
A dog owner's worst nightmare. A man's car is stolen with his golden doodle inside. The reward now being offered for Leo's return.
And later, learn more about the important announcement Governor Ned Lamont made today discussing the future of abortion care in Connecticut.
Good evening and thanks for joining us here at 5. I'm Brent Hartford.
And I'm Sarah Sanchez. We're in a weather watch alert. The heat wave continues.
Yeah, gloomy for some of the day before the sun came out. Taking a live look right outside at Hartford right now. Will we get a break from this heat for the weekend?
Yeah, those clouds just mean humidity, basically.
Yeah.
Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank joining us now with a look at the weekend. Hi, Rachel.
Yeah, even the shade doesn't really save you on a day like this. And we are going to sail right through this weekend with the heat and humidity and now extend this heat wave all the way into Tuesday of next week. So it looks like 8 days in a row with temperatures around 90 degrees or hotter. Previously, I had Saturday a few degrees lower than 90, but it looks like we're not going to get that break. And the humidity will remain high through Wednesday of next week, so that's not budging anytime soon either. And in this Florida-type weather pattern with high heat and humidity, you can also get scattered showers and storms, and that will be the case over the next several days. They will be kind of isolated or hit or miss in nature, so not every town will get one. Right now, it looks like there's a lot of action to the northeast of us, but we're pretty quiet in the state. That may change, though. We have a couple showers that are just entering into northern Connecticut, Enfield, Somers, seeing a few. But look at the showers and storms now south of Boston and some strong winds associated with those. We'll see. It looks like those may want to kind of continue into parts of Windham County here over the next half an hour or so. So we'll be watching that here as we head through time. Either way, they'll be, again, hit or miss in nature. Some towns get a tropical downpour, others stay completely dry through about 10 o'clock tonight, and then we'll do it all over again tomorrow and Sunday and Monday and so on. Heat advisory now in effect through Sunday. I have a feeling it's going to be in effect through Tuesday, though. They're going to just keep extending this. Every time there's a heat index up around the triple digits, they issue that to warn people to take care of themselves, especially those that are the most vulnerable, those without air conditioning and people that have problems, cooling off outside. Right now, we're looking at temperatures in the upper 80s to low 90s. Overnight lows will be dropping back into the 70s tonight, or not dropping back all that much. It will remain warm and humid overnight, so not really able to kind of push the reset button on your home and kind of help it cool off at night because it will remain so warm. Heading through the day tomorrow, we do it all over again. High temperatures climb into the low 90s. Chance for that scattered shower, a thunderstorm, and a heat index anywhere between 95 to near 100 degrees. We're going to talk about that relief eventually later next week. Your full forecast coming up in just a few minutes, guys.
Rachel, thank you. Well, this extreme heat and the humidity can irritate health conditions for those with underlying illnesses. Seniors, children, even some healthy people are more sensitive to ozone.
So how are people taking care of their health right now? Fox 61's Tony Black joins us in studio after going to a local senior center to find out. Tony.
Yeah, Brent and Sarah, the Department of Energy and Environmental Protection says the ozone forecast in Connecticut is unhealthy for sensitive groups. When it's this hot and humid, it can increase the chance of health risks for people with certain underlying health conditions. I went to a senior center to hear how our older neighbors are staying safe.
A lot of them do have air conditioning at home, but they do come for regular activities, and it's nice that they're able to do that in comfort.
The bingo cards and the workouts are helping seniors at the Manchester Senior Center stay cool and comfortable. Many are coming here to escape the continuing hot and humid weather in Connecticut.
I have COPD, emphysema, and it's hard to breathe over the back doing nothing there.
75-year-old Donna Wilson says the hot weather is a concern for her because it makes it more difficult to breathe. Deep says Friday's conditions increase the likelihood of respiratory symptoms and breathing discomfort for sensitive groups. Erida Kern uses the center for its activities and air conditioning.
I've had lung cancer and I've had a part of my lung removed so that the lungs help to get rid of fluid and to cool you off, and I'm at a disadvantage a little bit because of that.
Director Eileen Faust says people should know their risk and how to manage it. She says a center like this is a great place to keep busy, but also watch out for others in the heat.
If you're around other people, it's much more likely that someone might see that change and be able to get you help as opposed to being home on your own.
The ozone can irritate respiratory symptoms, reduce lung function, and aggravate asthma and other lung diseases like emphysema and bronchitis. Finding a place away from the outdoors can help protect one's health.
I don't feel like doing very much.
Some medications can put people at higher risk for heat-related issues. Places to cool off, like the Manchester Senior Center, are helping stay active, stay entertained, and stay safe.
It's just a nice place to spend some quiet time and stay out of the heat.
There are cooling centers open across Connecticut through Tuesday as the heat and humidity continue. The state says people should not rely on fans as the main way to cool down. You can call 211 to find a cooling center nearby. In the studio, Tony Black, Fox 61 News.
All right, Tony, thank you. And you can scan the QR code on your screen with your smartphone or go to your app store to download the free Fox 61 News app. You can find the latest forecast there. You can get weather alerts and other resources available during this extreme heat. All right, you might remember last month we shared the story of the pride flag sign in Tolland that was vandalized.
Yeah, well, an arrest was recently made, but now it's been vandalized again, and state police are now on the hunt.
But as Fox 61's Carmen Chow shows us, the community always finds a light at the end of the tunnel.
It was Thursday morning when it was noticed this pride sign was vandalized for the second time by this on and off ramp just 1 week after an arrest was made for the first vandalism case.
It's hard to imagine somebody is that angry to destroy a sign in that fashion.
The sign this time was found toppled over in the grass. The wood appeared to be sawed off.
We can get it back up though temporarily.
State police are now on the hunt to find another suspect who may be responsible.
We'll overcome and we'll rebuild the sign.
McCann posted on the Tolland Pride Community Facebook page trying to rally up a group of volunteers last minute to help put the sign back up.
Knock it down, keep putting it back up.
Just an hour later, several people showed up ready to get to work.
The response to this has been phenomenal from a positivity and let's do something and let's come together as a community, and so I'm encouraged by that.
Jean Pitney and her wife Dean have lived in Tolland for more than 10 years. She says it's not homophobia the town has a problem with. It's the individuals themselves.
You can't count a 1% as having a problem, and I see this as being a 1% issue. Gay people aren't asking for any additional rights. We just want to live in peace and harmony in the community we love.
You guys good? Now watch the bottom so it doesn't kick out.
No matter how many times the sign is vandalized, these residents are willing to stand in hot or cold weather, making sure these words
there you go.
are visible.
I think it might happen again. I think we have to be prepared it may happen again, but I hope it doesn't. I hope this is the end of it.
In Tolland, Carmen Chow, Fox 61 News.
A man is shot and killed early this morning in Bristol. Police say they found the victim near Jefferson around 3 a.m. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. Right now, investigators believe this is an isolated incident. Anyone with information, though, is asked to contact Bristol police.
Alex Jones was back in court today where a jury is working to decide if he has to pay punitive damages to Sandy Hook parents. Yesterday, a Texas jury ordered conspiracy theorist Alex Jones to pay more than $4 million in compensatory damages to one of the families who lost a son in the Sandy Hook shooting that happened nearly a decade ago. What are the differences between the two? Well, we spoke with Jim Bergen of Shipman and Goodwin. He says compensatory is, as it sounds, compensation for what somebody did to you. But punitive isn't necessarily punishment.
Instead, it's to create a big enough number that it will motivate someone when they have a choice not to do this again. In this case, for example, there's a lot of evidence to suggest this person made hundreds of millions of dollars. And therefore, if the verdict isn't large enough, someone in his position can just say, it's the cost of doing business.
Now, Bergen says it's likely the punitive damages decided by the jury will be exponentially higher than the $4.1 million they decided on yesterday. And We'll follow it closely. Now, meanwhile, the January 6th committee has requested 2 years' worth of records from Alex Jones' phone. This after the InfoWars host's lead attorney had mistakenly sent the Sandy Hook family's attorney the last 2 years' worth of texts from Jones' cell phone. And some of those messages were between Jones and Roger Stone, a longtime ally of former President Donald Trump. Jones said outside of court yesterday that he would comply with the committee's request.
Governor Ned Lamont just announced new services that will give information on reproductive rights all across Connecticut. Fox 61's Lindsay Kane is in Hartford with more.
Connecticut leaders are sending a message to the nation. That message, the state of Connecticut is a safe haven for abortion access. The state has just launched new resources to help women across the country with abortion care. And it's a fight that state leaders say they'll keep on fighting. The state of Connecticut has just launched a new hotline and website, 1-866-CT-CHOICE and portal.ct.gov/reproductive rights are both up and running and provide information on abortion providers and locations across the state, along with insurance help to pay for abortion care and transportation help. Governor Ned Lamont and state leaders say they are seeing an increased demand in those seeking abortion care after the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, leaving abortion restrictions up to the states. At least 10 states have banned abortion and several others have bans after 6 weeks of pregnancy.
In Connecticut, abortion is health care. We believe in reproductive freedom. We support women, patients, doctors, medical providers. Abortion is legal in Connecticut.
This comes after Governor Lamont signed a first-in-the-nation reproductive rights legislation bill back in May. The bill protects patients traveling from other states seeking an abortion, along with medical providers who perform the procedure. Among the speakers, Attorney General William Tong had strong words about the Supreme Court's decision, saying despite abortion being legal in Connecticut, no one should be complacent. And if any federal mandates are passed, he says he'll be the first to sue.
While we celebrate the launching of this website and this hotline, and this is good news, understand that this is a really important and dangerous time for women and patients here in Connecticut.
That phone number and website link are on our website, fox61.com. State leaders say community partners are trained to help answer any questions from anyone in any state. In Hartford, Lindsay Kane, Fox 61 News.